fam, how is everybody doing? I hope you are all staying happy and healthy and making the most of the situation that we find ourselves in. I don't know if you are anything like me, but this last week in particular, I have just been hungry for some good news. Isolation and quarantine is not always fun. I'm sure you guys have been feeling some of that tension as well. And I have found myself feeling a little bit more anxious, a little less hopeful, and just yearning for something good to come along and encourage my soul. And that happened this week, which is amazing. And I want to share some awesome news with you that happened in our church family this week. So we had a middle school student, her name is Savannah Shotwell, who has been talking about baptism for a very long time. And this week, we finally got to make that baptism happen for her. And it was just an amazing celebration of her giving her life to Jesus. And I say finally because we had been planning Savannah's baptism for a long time. In fact, we had planned her baptism for a day in March. It was actually the last Sunday that our church family was able to gather together in our worship center. And unfortunately on that day, Savannah was feeling a little ill, so we did not go through with the baptism in March, and she had to wait a few months to make it happen. And what I love about Savannah's story is that she and her family just decided, it's time. And obviously we would love to do this with our church family all gathered together, but Savannah was ready to make this decision and they didn't want to wait any longer. And so she didn't. And she came and got baptized, and we were able to capture the whole thing on film. It's a super special moment. Her grandmother is the one who baptized her, which I know is so special and so sweet to the family and to Savannah in particular. And they wanted to share this celebration and this decision that Savannah has made with their church family. On a normal Sunday, Savannah would have gotten baptized in front of all of us and we could celebrate her in person. And just because we can't gather together doesn't mean we can't all experience this exciting step of faith that she is taking together as a church body and celebrate her together as a church body. So we wanted to share this film with you guys, one, so that we can reach out and celebrate Savannah and her family in this awesome occasion, but two, to encourage you guys that just because the world around us has sort of halted and changed for the moment does not mean that Jesus has to. God is so clearly moving in our community, and Savannah is an incredible example of the ways that God is moving. So if you are on the edge of making a decision, or you want to take a step of faith, we want to encourage you to reach out to a pastor here at CCC. We would love to talk you through that decision, and just encourage you that just because the world looks a little different doesn't mean that we have to put our relationship with Jesus on hold too. So we are going to watch this video together and celebrate together as a church as another person enters into the kingdom of God. And we are so excited for you, Savannah. We are so proud of you. And we can't wait for the day where we can hug you and celebrate in person. So let's watch this video together, church, and then stay tuned for our regular scheduled services. They will be on momentarily.
Savannah, you will repeat after me. I believe I believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of the living God. And so because of your faithful confession, I will baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.